Hello everyone, welcome to TKMC ACT Idea Lab. Today let us see how to use laser machine for cutting and engraving purpose. So the machine available with us is 100 watt CO2 glass tube laser machine of manufacturer is Mehta. So this can be used for cutting acrylic material, wood material, etc. So most commonly used material will be acrylic and wood. You can cut foam board, cardboard, all such materials also. You cannot use metal for cutting. Metal cutting is not possible with this machine. For that you need fiber laser machine. Okay, so let's start the pre-processing works. The software that we are going to use is Mehta Laser CAD. The software can be uh, software is available in our lab. You can collect it from our lab drive. You can download it and you can install it. So the software will look like this. Once you install the software for the first time, you have to do some parameter settings. So you have to go to options, system options. So a window will pop up like this. There you have to set up all these five parameters. So these parameters are also available in the drive of the Idea Lab. So these are these images. You Once you open all these images, you can see what all parameters, what all values has to be set. So definitely you should ensure that all these parameters are saved. So you have 5 or 6 files. You have to set all the work parameters. So here, while creating work parameters, the you have to click on the add button and add say for the diameter 1 the speed is 15, diameter of 2 the speed is 20. Likewise you have to add all these values 1 2 3 4 5 6 over here, and here the engraving speed, that is 100 200 300 400 and so on. So there are some other values to be set for diameter 6 7 8 up to 11, and the speed 300 400 500 600. All these values has to be saved clicking on the add button. So once you have done all these things, your software is ready. So you can move on to your software. Now let me introduce you to process engraving and cutting. So let me try to cut a circle. Okay, say there are some tools to draw circle, rectangle. You can add some text. So I'm trying to create a circle over here. So you can set the diameter over here, or you can set the dimensions over here. Let me select a circle of 5 centimeter or 10 centimeter. So 10 centimeter you have to enter everything in mm. So 100 mm by 100 mm. So this is my circle. Okay, once you have set the dimensions, if you click on the lock button, it will be scaled uniformly only. Okay, right, you can see this, you can scale it to any value. So once if you want to set it back to 100, it's enough to set only the one parameter. Okay, so the other parameter will be automatically selected. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to cut a circle from an acrylic material. So this is for actually cut. So here you can see it works on actually color code. So I have configured black colored for cutting. So if you are using it for the first time, you have to double click over here. You can select black color, and it indicates engraving, cutting, whatever purpose. So let me fix it for cutting. So it's for cutting, black means cut. So ensure that when you are performing cut operation, you have to click on the air switch open, because while cutting we will be using high power, high laser source will be used, high power laser will be used. Along with that you have to supply air also. So you have to keep air, there is a air compressor attached to the machine. So this switch will be on at that time. So you have to click on if air switch open tab also. Now these are the parameters for cutting. Depending upon the material you have to select the power. So the different power will be available in the lab. You can get it from the instructor. So I'm going to cut a 2 mm acrylic sheet. So for 2 mm acrylic sheet, the power is 60 and the speed is 10. Okay, so you have to fix only the maximum power. Maximum, no need to worry about the pressure or anything. You have to set the maximum power, let it be 60, and speed has to be 10 for cutting 2 mm acrylic. So if you want to cut 3 acrylic, you have to make it to 70. So depending upon the material, you have to select the power and speed. That is the important thing you have to take care of. So that's all about cut. Now let me try to engrave a word over here. Let me write TKMCE. Okay, so I'm going to engrave this. You can select any font from here. Whichever font available in your PC will be available here also. You can add new font also. I'm going to select Arial Black. I have clicked OK. Okay, now you can scale it to any size. See, once you have added a text, this will, you can move or scale these letters also individually. Okay, so if you don't want to do like that, you can select all the text together, and there is an option for grouping. Once you click on grouping, this will be selected all together only. Even though you try to select a single digit or single letter, that is not possible. So you cannot select T alone. Okay, this is not possible now because I have grouped it. So you have to select the entire text all together. So you can select all like this, or you can just click on any of these lines, because it everything works on this vectors. So you can click anywhere in this line. Now nowhere, if you click outside any of these lines, it won't work, it won't get selected. But once you click, you can, I will zoom and show you. If you click on this particular line, this will be selected. Okay, because sometimes you cannot select like this, because some other vector file or some other information may be overlapping with this. So selecting like this may select another unwanted line also. So this will help you most of the time. Just click on any of the point, the entire group will be selected. Okay, so this is actually not centered. I cannot ensure that this is actually centered with the circle. So if you want to center it, you can select all these things together. There is an option to align centers. You can align it horizontally, vertically, and this will align both horizontally as well as vertically. So the text is over here. Now you can see that this is also in black color, right? This is also in black color. So this is black color is actually for cutting. So this, I don't want this to get cut off. I want to get it engraved. So I'm going to assign blue color for engraving. So immediately you can see that here you have another tab of blue color. So this is for engraving. So if you're using the software for the first time, you have to ensure that this is for engraving, and air switch is not needed. While engraving, you don't want the air, so you can keep it unticked. And these were the cut parameters that we were using previously. Now the engrave parameters has to be set over here. Here you have to focus again on two things: the power. So for acrylic material, if you increase the power, the material will be engraved. Engraving means it is actually vaporization of the material. More material will be vaporized. So let me give a power of 30 and speed of 300. Okay, so I think you remember previous power and speed we have given. Power was some 60 and speed was 10 only. So when you move at a lower speed, net effect, you will get more time on one particular point, and laser will be applied for a longer duration, and you will get the material completely cut. So here the speed is in range of 300, 100, 200, 300, 400. You have to give multiples of 100 only. You should not give 330, something like that, because the parameters are configured for these numbers only. So let me select a speed of 300 and power of 30, then click OK. Now you can see that here I have selected both the options, cut and as well as engrave. So once you perform the when you send this file to the machine, both cutting and engraving will be done. So if you want to engrave only, and if you don't want to cut, you can just untick cut file, then you can load it to the machine. And let me show you how it will look like. And we have a simulation option here. I have ticked both the files. Here is an option called simulation options, tools. In tools, you can click on simulate. So this is how your machine will be moving. So it started from the origin, it came over here, cutting operation was done first, later it went for engraving, and after completing the engraving process, it will be back to the origin. So this is how the simulation looks like. So better to perform engraving first. You have to ensure that it's properly engraved, then you can cut it. Okay, let me recenter it again once again. Let me recenter it properly. Now let me perform engraving only. I will show you the simulation. See, only engraving is done. After that, the machine, the head is back to the origin. This is the origin of the work. No cut was done for this because I have unticked cut. So whichever operation is required, or if you want to engrave some other particular area only, you can click. You can give a separate color for that particular text, and you can tick that one alone. So that's the relevance of this ticking. Okay. Now let us see. Let me try to create a circle, engraved circle also above this as a border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle, just copying the circle, pasting it again. Let me reduce the dimension to say 90. Okay, so it's fit like this. Let me center everything. Okay, so my intention is to engrave this area. Okay, engrave this particular area. I need to create an engraved line. So if you try to make this as engraved, I have given blue color for engraving, and if you do the simulation, so the result will be like this. So this is not actually what I was expecting. See, all these portions will be engraved. So engraving works like this: when you have a closed contour, the engraving starts with that, and once you've met another closed contour, the engraving stops over there. Okay, so I will do one thing. I will create another circle of bit smaller dimension, say 80. Okay, or let it be 85. Let me center everything. So I have given blue color for this one also. So this is also for engraving. So now if you see the simulation, see this, the engraving process started with this outer contour. Once it met the next closed contour, the engraving stopped over there, and it will go further inside. Again, when it see another closed contour, it will do the engraving process inside. That's how the engraving process works. So this is what I'm going to create. Okay, so for saving the material, let me reduce the size and print it. So if you want to engrave this and cut the boundary, you have to tick both the cut and engrave files, and you have to just click on the download button. So the PC will be connected directly to the machine using cable. So you just click on download button, then you click on the download document here. Now the file will be sent to the machine, and you can perform the engraving as well as cutting operation. Now we will move to the machine and see how it works.